Oh wow, we're filming. Alright. Hi guys, it's your boy Anime Psycho here. Let me finish this burger real quick. ASMR. Alright, I had to give y'all some ASMR. Alright, we're doing a what if, which you could probably guess. Like, some of you are gonna think this. Oh my god, you're gonna do a what if where Naruto doesn't, where Sasuke gets the Kurama? No. If you have a look-see here, we're gonna make it to where this is what listen, this is how it's gonna go. Naruto gets the fox, Sakura gets the cat. Well, I would give Sasuke the cat, but you know. And I think that's alright. I'm finna look up the name of the 2 tails and the 9 tails. Sorry. Name of 2 tails and is that the 5 tails? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's the 5 tails. 2 tails and 5 tails. 5 tails. Naruto. What is the name of the 2 tails? Matabi and Kokuyu. Kokuyu is I just want to know what the name is. Kokuyu and Matabi. Yeah, as I thought, Kokuyu was a... I don't know what that is. Is that a horse? That's a horse. I'm gonna say that's a horse. Yeah, that's a, in my opinion, I got. Yeah, that's a horse, dog. Alright, so yeah, add this to photos real quick. Add to photos. So yeah. Alright guys, so pretty much, if I didn't tell you what the name of the what if was, it's basically what if Konoha had 3 jinjurichi. So Sasuke has this one. Obviously Naruto has this one. And Sakura has that one. I would have given Sakura this one, but I don't think that's Sakura's style. You know what? If I'm being honest, she should get this one. She's gonna get the 4 tails. 1 tail, 2 tail, 3 tails. 1 tail, 2 tail, 3 tail, 4 tail, 5 tails, 6 tails, 7 tails, 8 tails, 9 tails. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 5, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so yeah. Sakura, Sasuke, Naruto. Okay, so how this is gonna work is the reason Sasuke got her tail beast is because of the Uchiha clan. They forcibly got Sasuke a tail beast so they could control it in the coup. But Itachi, he would not let that happen. Obviously, massacre of the Uchiha. Sakura, I'm gonna say that her dad was like very important. Not very important, but he was like really good friends with Minato, and so she got a tail beast because he was a Hokage, and Naruto got the tail beast for the same reason. But people didn't hate him as much because like there were 3 tail beasts, so they really just thought the tail beasts were protectors of the leaf pretty much. So even though he was hated, he wasn't hated as much. So he had a decent childhood. He got adopted by I'm gonna say he got adopted by Sakura's dad, and we know he was a shinobi. We don't know if he was a good shinobi. All I know is he was good at chakra control. Once the clan was massacred, Sasuke basically came to live with Naruto because they know they're tailed beast. I don't think they wouldn't know they were tailed beast. They would know they're tailed beast. There are too many tailed beasts for them not to know that it was them. Okay? So, I'm gonna say, just for the sake of this, Kakashi has, for the sake of this, Kakashi has a curse mark. I'm just gonna give him a curse mark. So he can be like leader of the Demon Squad, pretty much. So Demon Squad, alright. So everybody pretty much goes to the academy. They all, I think, since they know they're tail beast, Sakura's dad would make them meditate every day and talk to their tail beast. Naruto gets full extent of Kurama. Like all of Kurama. So Kurama isn't like all just kill, murder, I hate you. He got yin part, so he's pretty much a person. He pretty much has a personality who can, hey Naruto, how was your day, da 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 da. He could be nice and mean at the same, if he wanted to. So, I feel like that's how it goes with everybody, okay? And I don't really know the personality type of this. I believe this was a girl, and that was a guy. And I think the reason, I'm not going to go in depth to the reason why they got there. I think the reason Sasuke got this is because the speed, okay? And I'm going to say this one Sakura's represents strength or something. Okay, so they start the academy. They already know jutsu. Like, their second year of the academy is the year the clan was massacred, but they already know jutsu. Naruto gets the sailing chain, Sasuke unlocks the Sharingan, and, yeah, that's it. Sakura really doesn't have anything. Like, I can look up Sakura's bloodline trait, her clan's bloodline trait. Sakura really doesn't have a bloodline trait. For the sake of this, we're just gonna give her this, which gives her higher chakra controls. We're just gonna say that her family was really exceptional at chakra reserving and controlling. So one night they all come together and they just highly meditate, and I feel like they would get to the point where they can control one of their tails. Yeah. One of their tails. They control one of their tails. Obviously, it's gonna be hard for Naruto because Kurama was the strongest tailed beast other than Jubi, the false beast, which their mom tried to create, obviously. And if you didn't know, the Sage of Six Paths was actually Kurama's father, was all the tailed beast's father, so they are related, which I think would make for perfect teamwork. And I think they'd be able to sense each other. So if someone like did a transformation jutsu, I feel like one of them, I feel like the tail beast would be like, that's not da da da, or that's not Sasuke, or that's not Sasuke, that's not Naruto, that's not Sakura. And I feel like Sakura is gonna be a better fighter in this. Honestly, she grew up with two really good brawlers. One speed, Naruto, and one who's Naruto. Naruto's much more mature in this, and he's not as prankish. He tries to focus on his goal. So I think Hiruzen will come and give Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura jutsu every month with her bloodline tree. Now I'ma basically say that their bloodline trait is leaf blades, not leaf blade, but leaf symbol. They can make any leaf into a symbol, no matter what. Like if it's a tree, symbol. Like she touched a tree and goes, Simbona. She can legit do it at will. Alright? I'm not gonna say that's a bloodline trait. I'm gonna just say that was something Sakura was born with. Okay? That's something Sakura was born with. Just to make her a little more special so she don't get left behind with the Uzumaki sailing chains and the Sharingan, obviously. Having the Sharingan would make Sasuke's tail beast not like him as much, if you know what I mean. As we know, the Sharingan is the only thing that can actually keep down the tailed beast. That's why the Akatsuki were so good at capturing the tailed beast. Sharingan, they had a couple Sharingan users. I think they had 3 overall Sharingan users, and I think 1 false Sharingan user. And so they basically graduate from the academy. Naruto doesn't graduate per usual, because he can't really do the clone technique, but he knows the shadow clone technique already. So once he gets the scroll, Naruto being he's not a genius, but everybody knows Naruto was a prodigy. Even in the original, even in the canon, he was a prodigy. He was really smart. He learned a forbidden A-rank jutsu in 2 weeks, and then he learned the shadow clone jutsu, which is a very hard jutsu, in 1 night. Come on. You can't tell me Naruto isn't a prodigy. I won't believe it if you say Naruto isn't a prodigy. I'm like, okay, sure, okay. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to walk away from you for being so mentally challenged. And I'm not calling anybody mentally challenged, but I'm just saying that's your brain at that point when you say he wasn't a prodigy. Okay, so he basically, being so smart, he basically gets some scrolls. He knows probably knows 1 or 2 sealing jutsus. He pretty much writes down a couple jutsu, 2 of each element. I think there would be 2 fire, 2 earth, 2 water, 2 wind, 2 lightning, pretty much. And he basically writes 2 of them down. There are obviously going to be lots of jutsu. He also writes this thing down called the Jinjurichi 6 Paths. Jinjurichi 6 Paths. And am I going to give them the 6th path right away? No. They're probably going to get that at the end of Naruto. You feel me? Like, just right after the end, they get it. You feel me? Okay, but they get it to the point where they all can control at least 2 tails. Is Naruto the strongest? Yes. Is Sakura the weakest? She is the weakest of those 3, but she's not the weakest of the big 10, the 10, okay? So, when she basically gets enraged, she basically, like when she's not fond to go for Sasuke. She sees him as a brother. She's Naruto as a brother, and they basically see each other as siblings. So, okay, so they graduate, and what are the jutsus? The 2 jutsus are Great Breakthrough and Gale Palm for wind, Water Dragon and Water Whirlpool for False Lightning, and I'm gonna say Invisible Strike. I don't know if that's actual jutsu, but it is now. I'm gonna say Mud Wall and Earth Creation. No, Earth Creation and Mud Bullet. And Earth Creation actually had a jutsu on the back that Naruto didn't know about. It was Mud Wall, pretty much. I had to do it. Mud Wall is a great jutsu in my opinion. One of the best defenses ever. And Sakura actually thinks she created this jutsu, but she thinks she created the mud dome crusher or mud coffin jutsu. She didn't. Mud coffin was already a jutsu. Okay, so alright, so they basically the lightning, I already said the lightning, the fire, obviously Fire Phoenix Jutsu and Double Fire Headed Dragon Jutsu, basically Fire Dragon Jutsu. Alright, so let's continue. Okay, so Kakashi basically says, what are your goals and aspirations? Sasuke doesn't say, he basically says, prove to my tail beast that not all Uchiha are bad and kill my brother. My hobbies are fighting Naruto, beating Naruto, and Naruto's like, never happened, but okay. He's like, that happened once, but okay. And then Sakura's like, you guys calm down. This is the first day. You guys can't already fight. So like, shut up, Sakura. And they basically start punching at each other, and they're just dodging it. You know, it's basically a play fight between brothers. And Sakura basically comes in with two decks to both of them. She just decks both of them in the face. Sasuke first, then Naruto. She's like, calm down in front of our sensei. And I get that you guys are going to think this is out of character, but jinjurichi changes your character. You get half of your character, what you were going to be originally in real life, and then half of the jinjurichi's character, like half of their full character. So like you're going to have the nice part and the main part, and for, you know. So she got both of them. And already with her alter ego, it's going to be 10 times worse, obviously. So let's continue. So they basically go to the first thing. They pass immediately. They all make clones of themselves. They all know Shadow Clone Jutsu, by the way. They have large reserves and terrible control. Sakura doesn't have terrible control. Nobody really has terrible control, but at the beginning they had terrible control, so they just did that. And they just hid. While they fought Kakashi, and they formulated a plan. Okay, so we're gonna do this, We're all gonna make a few clones, and I'm gonna lead them rushing in after Kakashi. Sakura, you're gonna try to come in once I get him off his pivot and hit him with one of your brute force punches. Sasuke, if that doesn't work, I want you to try to get him in a genjutsu, and if that doesn't work, go on one tail state and then get him in the genjutsu. And Naruto is the brains of this, but then Sasuke's like, that's not all we can do. I'm gonna set up a trap of ninja wire. Sakura's like, once he sets up the trap, I'm gonna do dome coffin. He said we must be prepared to kill him. And Sakura's like, we gotta be prepared to kill him, but I don't want to, so I'm just gonna bring my coffin in to trap him and put a little hole so you guys can get the bells. They're like, okay, good, let's start. And they all just dart out. They basically just dart out. And the plan actually does not succeed, obviously. You thought that was going to succeed against Kakashi? Kakashi, which, if you didn't hear me, I said Kakashi has the Sharingan, not the Sharingan, but the curse mark in this. Don't ask me how you got it, bro. This is a fanfic, bro. This is a verbal fanfic, okay? He's gonna get the curse mark, bro. Like, so he turns on curse mark, and they're like, what is this killer intent? And they all just go away, and then they disperse, and then they come behind him. Naruto holds while Sasuke tries to kick him in the stomach. And Sakura, being Sakura, she came in like, Cha! And just punches him in the stomach. See, this is why I thought that she would get this guy. Red, white, Look at their horns in this. Red, Sasuke's are white. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so They basically get that, and then off bat, they're not getting D rank missions and stuff. They're getting C to A rank missions. Their first mission is a B rank mission, trying to and they complete this in a day. They pretty much just pick up the bandits and just run. They just pick up the merchants and just run. And then they just do a lot of C and B rank missions. Then they get a C rank mission, which is obviously the Zabuza arc. It goes. For retrospect, because I don't really like the Zabuza arc created Naruto. It gave Naruto the backbone. It showed him that ninja die every day. So I'm gonna do it pretty fast. Demon Brothers, they're caught, but Naruto actually fights. Okay, same thing goes with Zabuza, because Zabuza was a high-ranking Jonin, but Kakashi doesn't get caught. Right as he's about to kill him, Haku comes in, take him away. Naruto uses the Uzumaki ceiling chains, while Sakura is using her leaf Senbone, and while Kakashi and Sasuke are using their Sharingan to try to paralyze him. And you got Haku being the charge that he is, just fucking he's just like, you thought you were gonna stop me, ha ha ha, bye. And then, they train. They already had tree walking, water walking down. They have some minor jutsu, so Kakashi decides to give everybody jutsu. He realized that Sasuke's affinity for lightning, so he decides to give, him something called lightning scalpel, give Sakura chakra scalpel, and Naruto wind scalpel. Why you ask me, why do I always give wind scalpel? I always had an idea. Ninja don't have an endless amount of kunai. That's only 10-10, because she legit seals kunai, and even then she can still run out, right? If she goes in a long enough battle where she uses her kunai. So obviously I'm gonna give them scalpel so that they can actually use that as another blade. You feel me? And Sakura can eat. Is Sakura anywhere where there's earth? By earth, I mean mud, the ground, rocks and stuff. She can pretty much make weapons, but that depletes chakra. And she doesn't have dang near infinite amount of chakra as Naruto. Sakura has lots of chakra, as you know. Sakura has lots of chakra. Sasuke does as well. And they both had lots of chakra in the beginning, but they didn't have the insane amount as Naruto. The insane amount. Even if Naruto was just half Uzumaki, he still would have had more chakra than him. And Kakashi said he only had 1/4 of Naruto's chakra, while Sasuke and Sakura had 2/4. Okay. And so basically that happens, and they basically do that. So the Zabuza mission finishes. They go on a couple more missions, and then the Chunin exam starts. The Rock Lee fight. They don't fight him. You're trying to challenge me in something that you're gonna win in. That's basically what Sasuke says. That's a waste of my time and my energy. He walks away. And they basically go do that. Bushiroad does the same thing for trying to get a Sakura. Sakura's like, nah, I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Swerved. And then they go into the Beast Force because everything during the test happens the same. Okay. Sasuke tries to get... Alright, so we're going into the Beast Force now. Orochimaru tries to give Sasuke the curse mark, but he has the tail beast, so it actually negates it. Actually, the tail beast doesn't negate it. It's only if the tail beast is strong enough to keep the body for itself. And as you know, that was Kurama murder, kill side. So, he was basically... he gives it to Sasuke, and Sasuke's like, no. He basically goes 6 Tails state, which actually knocks him out, but the healing factor, of course, and Sakura's healing. She does have healing. She has maybe one. Chakra Scalpel also heals, by the way, so she basically heals him, heals his body. And he basically goes, and if you didn't know this, Naruto wasn't using jutsu when he was in the tail state, you know, his berserk tail state. He wasn't really using jutsu, okay? It was a proven fact that he wasn't using jutsu. So, Naruto wasn't using jutsu. He was just using the raw force of it. His jinjurichi he was using his jinjurichi jutsu. Basically the beast bombs and stuff like that. So, I imagine Sakura would do that, but on a much greater extent. Why do I think Sakura would do that on a much greater extent? Because Sakura has an alter ego who doesn't like to lose. Sakura doesn't like to lose. They negated, the entire series just negated that by making her lose. You know, I think Sakura would train more. Obviously, I don't think she would have been so obsessed with Naruto, Sasuke. I mean, that's the only reason she became a ninja. Okay, so let's finish this off. So they basically get away from Orochimaru. Dose pretty much. Get out, bro. Why you always coming to my room when I'm doing something?
You want the phone?
No, now get out my room. Get out, AJ. If I'm talking in my room and ain't nobody in my room, what you think I'm doing? Duh. So basically. Okay, so basically, I'm sorry, that was my brother. He's being annoying. I don't know why he come in my room when I'm doing a video, but he did anyways. Okay, so pretty much, she basically goes out on Orochimaru. They get away from Orochimaru. Then Dose and them come, pretty much pulls up. They can't handle them. They couldn't handle Sasuke. So what do you think they can handle this version of Naruto, which is stronger than Curse Mark Sasuke? They're all stronger than Curse Mark Sasuke. And with Tails, they're stronger than Curse Mark 2. Anybody with Curse Mark 2 at this point. Probably a little weaker than Orochi. Not Orochimaru, but that guy. Orochimaru's body with the blade, with the dense blades. Probably a little weaker than him. You know, him and Curse Mark 2, of course, but they're still going to be able to beat them. So they basically they kill them. I'm sorry. They're all in rage beast state right now. So they just kill them, get to the building, and pass out. So that's it. That's going to be the video.